Let us bring in former Trump economic advisor Steve Moore. Great to see you, my friend, and thank you for spending time with us on a holiday. I just want to say this is one of those situations, Steve, frankly, where it's the uncertainty that really throws people off. Let me share a little sound. This is Steve Langford from the great state of Oklahoma talking about this idea that as long as the courts continue to sort of move in and out of decision making as it relates to the executive, they really create havoc. Listen to this, get your reaction on the other side.
The ultimate thing, what I'm hearing, Kristen, more than anything else from all the companies that I talk to is they just want it to be set. They just want to know what the rules of the road are. Every time there's a new court hearing, every time there's a new change, it's destabilizing for every one of our businesses. So let's get all these things resolved as quickly as we possibly can.
Listen, Steve, a lot of money coming into American coffers by way of tariffs. Uncertainty, though, can impact. Your thoughts on where we are today and where we go forward?
Well, Kevin, great to be with you. Happy Labor Day. Boy, this is a tough one for conservatives because on the one hand, I love the trade deals that Trump is arranging with so many of these countries, which are good deals for America. And congratulations to Trump on the deal he got with Europe and Canada and many of the Asian countries. On the other hand, the Constitution is pretty clear, Kevin, that the power to tax begins with the House of Representatives and has to be passed by Congress. And so at issue here really is whether Congress can delegate this taxing authority to the presidency. Now, I am not a constitutional scholar, but I don't like taxes a whole lot, and tariffs are taxes. And so we will see. I think this is going to be a close call when it goes to the Supreme Court about whether the president, any president, whether it's Donald Trump or any future president, has the authority to raise taxes. One thing for conservatives to think about here is, let's say that Donald Trump, God forbid, had not won the election and Kamala Harris had won the election, and she had declared, hey, we have a big climate change, and so I'm going to just unilaterally triple our energy taxes. People would say, well, wait a minute, you can't do that. So we will see. I think it's unresolved, and the Supreme Court's going to have to make a tough decision here.
Well, I'll agree and disagree. I'll agree. This is certainly a debatable topic, which is why we love having you on. I think I would go back to Nixon post-gold standard for the idea that the executive can certainly have tariffs in this circumstance, and I think that may be the argument. But I also could say that you're right when you suggest that there's a political element here that I believe is why some have argued, Steve, this is basically more a judicial coup, as some have termed it, though that's certainly up for debate as well. Let me get you on this. This is a big story as we talk about the holiday weekend. Gas prices once again on the way down. Let me share a graphic. This is from Gas Buddy. And if you're going to be out there, you're going to hit the road, folks. Guess what? The prices are going back down. And there's good reason to believe, Steve, especially now that we're getting away from the summer and some of the mixed fuels, that could keep going in the right direction. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Let me just say one last thing about that issue of the tariffs, because it is a complicated issue for folks. The Congress, I just want to make sure people understand, the Congress has authorized the president this kind of power to levy tariffs. And what the courts will decide is whether the Congress has the authority to give that power to the presidency. So we'll see what the courts say.
Fair enough.
Now to the happy story. The happy story is that I remember, Kevin, a couple of years ago, we were on the show, we were talking about $5 a gallon gas. Remember that under Biden? Now we're at $3 in most areas of the country. And by the way, AAA thinks by the end of the year it will be below $3 a gallon. And this, I want to make sure people understand, this just didn't happen by chance. This is a result of Donald Trump's coming in with the drill baby drill strategy. I don't know if you're aware of this, Kevin, but today in America, we are producing more oil and gas than any time in American history. I mean, that is a great story. We are becoming more energy independent. We're becoming the #1 producer of energy. Now, you want to talk about something that's both in America's national security and our economic interests. It's producing more energy. And don't forget, by the way, Kevin, do you remember what Joe Biden did, his first act of as president in 2021 was to kill the Keystone XL pipeline.
That's right.
So this is a totally different approach, and we're seeing the benefits. I don't know about you, Kevin. I love going to the gas pump and just paying $3.19 a gallon because it's a big saving.
I paid $3.09 myself yesterday. A very good day indeed. Great to see you, Steve Moore, my friend. Have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.